Hello everyone, this is Michelle Williams, aka Coach Michelle. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. For those of you that are chiming in for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. And those of you that are returning, you already know how I feel about you. Mwah! So guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about non-regulated states and the requirements, specifically around an assessment. Many of you are sending in questions, jotting down comments, and asking, do I need to follow all these things that you mentioned, Coach, during your YouTube videos? And the answer is no, you don't. As a business owner, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do inside of non-regulated states. Now, those of you that are in regulated states, of course, you need to adhere to the policies and procedures that are established by the licensing board. The reason why, guys, I recommend those that are in non-regulated states like Mississippi, Alabama, Michigan, Arizona, and all the other states is because you want to be working within excellence, right? You want to be working within excellence. You want to find ways to differentiate your organization from others. So when you go out, and you want to be professional, right? So that's very important, to be professional and make sure you're providing the best care possible. You're treating your employees fairly. You're doing everything that you can possibly do to stand out and be, ranked amongst the best, right? So the first reason, I'm going to give you guys maybe like 5 or 6. I always try to keep up with the count, but I be flowing and moving so quickly. A lot of times I can't, or just mess up. So the first thing I'm going to say is the answer is yes. Why do you need to do it? I'm going to say the first reason is safety. It's very important to make sure that you are providing services safely. And what do I mean by that? Meaning you've gone into the home, you've done a walkthrough. So it's not just simply, lack of a better word, right? Because an assessment is the most important thing outside of, making sure you're providing the best caregiver possible. The reason why I say safety is because you want to get in that home so you can walk the home. You want to look at the space. You want to look at the bathroom if you're providing services and assisting with ADOs. You want to look at the bedroom. So you want to walk through the home. You want to look and see if there are cords that are exposed, rugs that may be older and the corners are turned up. So you want to look, the client may be on oxygen and have that long tubing, right? Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. So you want to make sure you set the client up for success, you set the caregiver up for success, and you mitigate your liabilities in many factors, right? So you want to make sure that you don't send your caregiver. Now, this is a nugget, guys. Don't send your caregiver to work any place you would not work. That's just a fact. If you don't feel comfortable working there and would not work there at the client's home, don't send your caregiver. So safety is really important. And then I would say number 2, plan of care. Do that assessment. You can do it. You can hire a nurse to do it, an LPN, RN, someone with a lot of experience from a clinical perspective. You want to get that assessment. Make sure this is a client that you feel comfortable with providing care for, right? And 2, because we can't service everyone, right? Some people need a higher level of service. They need a specific type of caregiver with a specific skill set. So you want to make sure. So I'm going to say that's number 2. I'll go right into level of care since I just mentioned it, right? Level of care would be the third one. Make sure that you understand what the client needs are. Make sure you understand what they are expecting from you. Make sure that you're able to handle what those clients' needs are. Make sure you understand what the expectations are of the family. That's very important as well, because a lot of times people have expectations that are unrealistic. They may have expectations of you providing a specific skill set that you don't have, right? So it's very, very important. And then the next one, I think we're at number 4, but I'm going to leave that up to you guys. The next one I would say is to monitor, right? So you want to make sure you put something in place as far as that comprehensive assessment, and then you're creating that plan of care or care plan, service plan, whatever you want to call it. You want to make sure that you're able to monitor the client's service. You want to make sure you're able to monitor what the caregiver is doing. Are you doing evaluations on the caregiver? What does that look like? What policy do you have in place? What protocol are you following? So that's really important as well. Also, I would say number 5 or 6, wherever I am at this point, you want to make sure that you communicate. You don't want someone, or you should not want someone to call you and then you're signing them up for service and you don't know the client doesn't know you. You're sending a caregiver out there without plans, without a clear plan on what he or she are responsible for doing. And you could be thinking, oh, I'm in a non-regulated state, whatever the client needs, she or he could just tell the caregiver and the caregiver would do it. That's not fair. We need to set the client up for success. We need to set the caregiver up for success while simultaneously setting ourselves up for success, meaning our agency. This is a very litigious society. People will sue for whatever reason. They wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Guess what? Even if there's no validity to it, you still have to defend yourself. You still have to fight it, prove yourself innocent. You know what I mean? So why not just set things up from the very beginning so you don't have to worry, or if anything does happen, you have systems in place and you know how to address those individual incidents and or accidents and questions, right? So it could be incidents, accidents, and or questions and concerns that may arise. So you have something in place, and then it makes sense to a potential client and or their family member when they have a phone call conversation with you, and you're able to say, this is how we're going to intake our client. This is how we're going to monitor. This is how we're going to ensure they have the right level of care. This is how we're going to ensure the level of caregiver skills that are needed, the continuity of care. So there's so many things that happen when we have systems in place, even though, yes, even though you're in a non-regulated state. So straight to the point. I love videos that's just dropping the nuggets. I don't want no extra stuff. So I'm giving you guys exactly what I like, the nuggets. So have an amazing day. You already know what to do. If you are new here and you have not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell so you can turn on your notifications. Every time I drop a video, you will be notified. And also like the video, comment below. I want to hear your feedback, how you're operating in a non-regulated state, if this makes sense to you. If it doesn't, then oh well, it doesn't. These are just my words of recommendations and suggestions. Guys, if you need assistance with setting up your business, getting started, you can visit my website to learn more at homecarecoaching.com. And we do have some classes there and replays and things like that that may help you as well. So again, homecarecoaching.com. Guys, take care, God bless, and have a fabulous day.